Hello everyone and welcome back to Starfield. In the last session we began the game in a mine, we found a strange rock, got a vision, and that's pretty much led us across the galaxy. We had a little short stop with some pirates. We managed to talk our way out of that one, and we are now here at New Atlantis. We are ready to meet the Constellation crew. Talk to the ship services technician. Where be that? Is that just like just in front of me? I think.
Protocol Indigo again?
Yeah, this guy. Hello.
And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
1,000 credits. I have no idea how many credits I have. Where did you say I could sell things?
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Where can I go if I need more crew?
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left, once you get into the plaza.
What ships do you have for sale?
I'm sure you can find something you like.
My credits, I have 6,000 credits. Okay. Rambler. The Galileo. The Sparrow. The Achilles. The Kafir. The Gladius. That's the coolest one so far. The Responder, and the Shield Breaker. That looks dope. That looks very cool. However, I do not have, what was it, 72,000 credits? What happens if I click purchase? It just says, nah, dude. Cool.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Is this the booth? Trade Authority kiosk. Is there like a valuables that we can sell? Like this stuff, is there any use for this stuff other than to sell it? I guess digipigs have a use, right? Deck of cards surely don't. I think everything except digipigs is fine to sell. We should probably not sell any heals. Huh. Leather streetwear. Pirate survival pack. Basic boost pack. Oh wait, we already have a basic boost pack? I didn't even realize we had one. I guess I must have picked it up off one of the people in the last thing. Okay, well we'll definitely be using that. Do we need 3 different types of spacesuits? Some have more energy and less fizz. I won't sell any of that so far because I don't know what I'm gonna need yet. So actually I should probably heal. I'm at half health. So we go inventory, we go aid, Restores 5 health. How much is 5 health? Not very much by the looks of it. I couldn't even tell the bar moved. Med pack then? Standard emergency medical kit. Stores 5% health per second for 9 seconds. Okay. Have we only got one of those? I guess so. Well, you know what? Let's just wait then.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility...
Well, here we are. New Atlantis. O2 is consumed with exertion, such as sprinting, melee attacks, and jumping. Do I have an O2 meter? Oh, bottom left. Okay. So what happens when I run out? How fast does it recharge? You ran out of O2, further exertion will cause CO2 buildup. Right.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Free transportation? Truly, we are in the future. Love me some free transportation. Don't love me this massive loading screen. Hello? There we go. That was a long-ass loading screen.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis.
This is looking pretty cool.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Very nice, very nice.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Cool.
Here we are, the lodge.
The lodge.
The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Okie doke. Your watch beeps faster as your suit runs out of protection.
Will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Howdy, everyone. We've seen this place in trailers.
All the phenomenon we see out in the star. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Who are you?
Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
Why don't we start with you telling me what Constellation is?
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Yeah, me. How many times has this happened? Who else has had these visions?
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
Bright lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Kadri, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see.
What theory is that?
The artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Sure thing. Boop.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Kadri?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Alright, I'm in. Tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Nice.
You'll
I think
need
I've already
it
got
out in
one,
the field
but sure.
anyway. Just mind your head.
Level 3! Skill point available. The old neighborhood. Alright, let's have a look at our skill points, shall we? So, you have to spend... Okay, so to unlock, like, the second tier, you have to spend 3 in the first tier. I see, okay. So what are we thinking we want to do? What are we thinking we want to do? I guess, what are some crazy final tier ones that we want to work towards? Big guns are great, but in the settled systems, sometimes the best weapon is the old adage, knowledge is power. tech stuff. Automated weapon systems? That could be fun. Boost assault training. Combat training with boost packs allows for more shock and awe tactics. That could be great. In the hands of a capable pilot, no weapons can disable an enemy ship faster than those that deliver electromagnetic damage. That could also be great. Combat sharpshooting. I mean, any gun points are going to be good. Targeting weak points, armor penetration. That could be great. And then you've also got, like, a whole social tree, which is pretty important for RPGs. A natural healing ability down here? Oh man, I want that. Stealth. Unlock adds a stealth meter. You're 25% more difficult to detect when sneaking. Suppressed weapons do additional sneak attack damage. More oxygen available. Increased carrying capacity. That's going to end up being important. Increase maximum health. Okay. There's a lot of stuff I do want. There is a lot of stuff I do want, which is pretty good. It's always a bummer if you open a game and there's a skill tree and you just, like, don't care about anything on it. So it's good that there's a lot I want, but also it's going to take a long time to get all the stuff I want. You can now utilize ship thrusters. Man, I'm actually having trouble deciding here. I do wonder if I should just put points into pistol certification. And maybe shotgun certification, but I don't have any shotguns yet. Commerce, I can live without. Gastronomy, no. Persuasion could definitely be good. Maybe I go Persuasion. 10% increased chance, rank 2, 20%, rank 3, 30%, rank 4, 50%. Yeah. It's important for RPGs to have successful persuasions. We did manage to persuade that first guy without having skill points into it, but we almost failed, so let's go for that. Oh, and then what was the upgrades for it? Succeed in 3 speech challenges. Okay, to unlock the next tier. Cool, cool. Right, let's start saying hello to everyone here, shall we? Noelle.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
You're welcome. How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
This wasn't random synapses firing. It means something.
Sure. I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
We're all in this together. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Alright. How would organic resources help with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
I've got some organic resources for you.
Okay, let's take a look.
Sure, here you go. Enjoy. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Check out the Constellation mission board, okay. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
My wife and I have
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Haven't seen them yet, mate. But yeah, I do like the whole vibe of this place for sure. Very cool. The lodge.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course.
Get
Now
absolutely
let's see about
sloshed.
that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
It's this one, right at the end by the toilets. It stinks. It's all yours. Man, this place is big.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Cool, thanks. Nice little place. I'm still in my spacesuit. I guess I should change that, huh? Ship, star map, skills, inventory. Do I have just like, yeah, regular clothes? There we go. Didn't mean to do that. How do I, I've forgotten how you go into third person. How do you go into third person? I'm pressing all the buttons and nothing is happening. Weird. Now, how do I put the gun down? There has to be a way to put a gun down, surely. Can I click it again to put it down? No? I feel like people are going to get mad at me if I'm walking around with my gun out, but I don't think there's a way to put it down. So, I don't know. Hospital. Take all the healing items. That's a cute little whatever. My friend will be. Adorable. Little gym. That's where we started.
I am at your service, Captain.
Okay, people don't seem to be mad that I'm walking around pointing my gun at them, so that's good.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Little bit. If that was an apology, you can do better.
I am sorry I besmirched your chosen profession and made assumptions about your character. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
I hope the drinks are at least free.
Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Sure. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Nope. You mean, have I seen something like this before?
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here.
None of you know me well.
If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
I haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking.
Not exactly, no. But I suppose it doesn't matter. You saw something. Barrett saw something. That's an unlikely coincidence. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What is your role here?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Cool. This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Mateo?
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now,
Good thing you've got me around, Ms.
an
Morgan.
explorer like you.
Knows how you get by.
It's really good to have you with us.
You don't fool me for a moment, Walter.
These artifacts all came out of caves?
Know it.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
You think this was a religious experience?
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Nice.
Take care of yourself.
Alright, is that everyone at the moment? I believe it is. Cool. Alright, well, let's talk to you
Something
then.
you need? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Okay, fine.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Cool. Good hook. I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Cool. Good. A chance to learn more about the United Colonies.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Sounds good to me. Sarah will be locked as your follower if you continue. What do I get out of this anyway? Does Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Got it. You and me until we get the artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Got it. What do you mean? You don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Let's. Sarah Morgan can't be dismissed until the old neighborhood is complete. It's fine by me. I like her quite a lot so far.
I trust you're still satisfied with your choice to join Constellation, Noel?
It's a dream come true, Sarah. You know that.
You've been an invaluable asset to the group, Noel. Just wanted to make sure you didn't regret it.
There are days that are tough, sure. But if I weren't here, I wouldn't even know about all the incredible things we're discovering.
Like that. Yeah, it's a very strong hook. I am definitely intrigued to see where the story goes.
I am at your service, Captain.
Glad to hear it, buddy. Let's head out.